Hey, yo, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Talk on the Podcast. On this podcast, we're going to talk with the one instead of an L because on this podcast, we always keep it 100. All right, let's talk about it. Yes, it is Super Bowl weekend. Super Bowl weekend. All right. I will talk more about the Super Bowl and make my predictions towards the end of the show. Y'all already know how I do with football season and making my predictions towards the end of the show. Really, any sport. Making all my predictions at the end of the show. But until then, Super Bowl weekend, we are here. All right. Starting off the Super Bowl weekend on this Friday, February 6th. Shout out to my wife. We actually had a nice lunch outing. I don't want to say lunch date because we didn't just go out to eat. We actually went out to eat and went to a couple stores and had some fun, right? But yeah, shout out to her doing a date on the Friday night. Also, shout out to this place that we actually tried. I found it online and I said, hey, you want to try this place? And she was all down for it. It's called Smashed and Sauce. Okay. It's by the Lakeline area in Austin, Texas. If you are in Austin or you're around Austin or you're from Austin, you know where the Lakeline area is. If you're passing through Austin or passing through Texas and want to try it out, it's around the Lakeline area in Austin, Texas. It is called Smashed and Sauce. Shout out to Smash and Sauce, man. Shout out to my man Ali who hooked us up as soon as we got in there. Told us, recommended what we should get, what we should not get, the good food, the things that they're about, why they started, how they started, everything that you needed to know. He told me about, and I had a phenomenal time. It was very good. So Smash and Sauce they got Smashed and Sauce. They got smash burgers, and then they got chicken. Okay, they got the chicken strips, and then mostly like your whole wings or the chicken strips, but the chicken everything in there was good. Burgers slamming, chicken slamming, anything in there was good. They had good flavors. The buffalo was good, mango habanero was good. They got the Nashville hot and everything. It was all good. The lemon pepper, spicy lemon pepper, buffalo garlic parmesan. Dude, they had it all that you wanted, and it was good. It was real good. I had fun. She had fun. It was good eating. Okay, so definitely if you're around the Austin area or passing through the Austin area, you want to try something new, try the Smashed and Sauce. It was good. I definitely going back. I already texted my group chat, right? My group chat's here. I already told them, yo, this place is good and we're going. I'm going again for sure. So shout out to Smashed and Sauce. Shout out to my man Ali. He will hook y'all up if y'all go up there and tell them Zay for Life sent y'all from the Talk 100 podcast. Okay. Like I said in the beginning of the show, it is Super Bowl weekend, baby. But let's talk about what happened last weekend, the weekend before Super Bowl weekend. All right, we had the Royal Rumble and we had the Grammys last weekend. Okay, let's start with the Royal Rumble since that was on Saturday. Royal Rumble was phenomenal. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of the pay-per-views being kind of overseas, only because I have to tune in early. I don't like the pay-per-view starting at 2. You know what I'm saying? If you going to do it overseas, cool. Can we do it? We're going to have to do it the old school way. I know everybody want to be live and see it live. We just going to have to do it the old school way. Tape that motherfucker and show it at a decent time over here in the States. Like you do with, they do the shows of SmackDown or Raw. They tape them and then they show them at a certain time. Right? So, that's my opinion about it. God bless. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Ooh. That was nasty. Anyway, I gotta give me some more tissue. I ran out as soon as I started as soon as I pressed record. I ran out of tissue. But anyway, yeah. In my opinion, I just don't like the early start times. Like I'd rather just go back to the old ways or not the old ways, just the ways that they doing it. Like with the SmackDown and Raw show, it's like you are in a different country, so you film that show live for them, but then the tape version is shown to us later on. I'd rather do that for the pay-per-view as well because, dude, I just hate that I got to kind of rush myself or rush my process on a Saturday. I wanted to do some more stuff before it came on, and I had to rush what I was doing just so I can catch it at 2. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I hated. But other than that, it was a good little PLE match and PLE card. Okay, we know the Royal Rumble is really what it's in the name. It's the Royal Rumble. It's for the Royal Rumble matches. Now, ever since we added the women's Royal Rumble, the card has shortened of like dramatic. Like it was already short back in the days because you would have like maybe 4 or 5 matches and then the Royal Rumble. But now you have women's Royal Rumble, 2 key pivotal matches, and then you have the men's Royal Rumble. Okay, so I was already late coming in into the women's Royal Rumble, but I did see that Alexis Bliss not only won, but she won kind of good, and the way that she won is going to be set up for some good storylines. And now, what happens to the Judgment Day after this? The way that Alexa Bliss just won, and she had came back, and they tried to make a thing with Roxanne Perez, and they tried it, but I don't think it worked. All right, so I don't know what's going to happen after that, but Alexa Bliss winning that Women's Royal Rumble was key and was pivotal, and I was all for it, and I liked it, actually. All right. The two matches, in the in-between matches. And so Drew McIntyre, I can't remember really who was fighting. But, damn, who was he? Now it's going to kill me. I should have looked it up. Should have been more prepared. Sorry, guys. But Drew McIntyre definitely won his match, of course. And then we had the other match of Gunther and AJ Styles. And then, for people who was there and people who was watching, the Gunther and AJ Styles matchup was great, in my opinion. You are setting Gunther up to be the perfect villain of the new generation. I feel like for a long time, really a long time, it's been PG down WWE. And so they don't want too much violence. They don't want too much hatred. Like, Roman Reigns was your kind of villain, but it was just him basically overpowering the WWE with his family. You know what I'm saying? So it was a villain role, and you created villains on top of that, but it wasn't like a villain. Like, Gunther is going on a villain role. He's making kids cry. He's making people cry, and I love it. This is what I grew up on. Growing up on WWE, when I was growing up, man, the villains made me cry. I hated Edge so much, he made me cry. The Basham Brothers, I talk about them constantly throughout my podcast. They made me cry. I hate them to this day. Right? Villains in the WWE is supposed to make you feel some type, like they are actually the villain. Like it's like the world, it's like them against you, and because you're on the side of the hero, whoever the hero is at the time, right? So it's like we're trying to defeat this villain together, and it's just like he keeps having our number, and that shit pisses me off, right? So Gunther is actually on a pace. If you keep this up of being a top trolling villain, right? You retire John Cena, okay? His motto, never give up. He ain't never tapped this and that, and you make him tap, right? Make him tap. Then, now, fast forward to the Royal Rumble. If AJ Styles don't win, he has to retire. You make him tap. Like, he not tap, he passed out, right? So, and then the way he got up, he was excited. Everybody's crying, everybody's booing, and he's just like, yeah. And then the next day on Raw, fucking AJ Styles music hits, and you see Gunther comes out to it. Dude, Gunther is on fire. Let me tell you right now. I was hating at first. I'm not gonna cap. I was super hating. Not because, it's like Gunther. It was just, I was like, out of all people, Gunther is the one getting the push. Like, why? But now it makes sense. It makes sense, and the storylines for it are like positive, and I love it. Not positive for like, the storyline he's trying to push, but I love it. I just love that you are putting emotions back into the WWE. And so Royal Rumble was good for that, especially with that, and the way they're playing with Gunther. It is really cool and fun to watch, actually. You know what I'm saying? So I rocked with it. Then for the men's Royal Rumble, it was crazy. I have a slight problem with the men's Royal Rumble. Okay, not the fact that Roman Reigns deserves to win whatever the fuck Roman Reigns wants to win, because he has put in time for the time, even during the pandemic where there was no fans and we were supposed to watch entertainment show for fans without fans. It was somewhat weird and awkward, and yet Roman Reigns kept his composure and kept his whole thing intact and carried the WWE kind of through the pandemic and through what we know to be as great entertainment today. Right? So Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble, I'm not mad at it. Now, I didn't see it coming, and I was kind of like, it's not like it jumped out to me as like, oh, okay, now this is a perfect idea. It makes sense. It didn't do it like that for me, but I would say that I get it, and I do understand it, and I respect it, and I was fucking with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right? So Roman Reigns winning, it's not my problem. My problem is you brought in Obafemi and number one. Okay. And he was doing the damn thing at first. Doing the damn thing with him basically killing everybody. Anybody that was everybody for a minute that was coming in the ring, he was eliminating in a minute before the next person came out, right? It was phenomenal to watch. And then you had the moment we all was kind of waiting for. The moment we was all waiting for, which was Brock Lesnar and Obafemi meeting up and head to head. And it's kind of a few times that they got in each other's face, you know, how they be. And everybody's like, ooh, here we go. And here comes fucking The Miz. Oh, so man, get your bitch ass up out of here, man. We don't want to hear you. That's how I felt when The Miz came out and interrupted a moment that was supposed to be between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. But you know how that went. And then on top of it, the way they got fucking eliminated, Obafemi really just shouldn't have got eliminated the way he did, but he did. And I feel like he got eliminated too early. And then Jey Uso is coming out doing 2-minute long entrances for a Royal Rumble. And then in the midst of that, Brock Lesnar gets eliminated during that. Like, what are we doing? Like, what is this? What is this? It was weird and wow. And then Logan Paul being in the top four, in the last four, the final four. Man, we just doing shit, right? It was shit during the match or during the Royal Rumble that I was just like, this ain't making sense. This ain't playing it out. Okay, we was waiting on the Chris Jericho's. We was waiting on the Seth Rollins coming back. We was waiting on all the other shit coming back. And you know, nothing happened. Nothing popped. Okay, a lot of people are already saying they miss Vince McMahon. I know why y'all miss Vince McMahon, but we just got to give this a chance. We were so used and so spoiled because at the time when social media and computer and technology wasn't really that big back then, you can get away with a lot of more shit. Versus now, if you try shit, you might get canceled. You're kind of risking getting canceled, and you don't want to get canceled. All right. But all in all, I definitely give that Royal Rumble like a B. Solid B, maybe B minus. It could have been better, but for what it was good. For what it was good. Okay. And then the next day on a Sunday, it was the Grammys. The Grammys, actually, I watched the Grammys last year only because I knew Kendrick Lamar was nominated for a lot of Grammys for the GNX album, and then the Not Like Us. I wanted to see how many Grammys they won. So I ended up watching the Grammys last year, and I found some new artists that I liked, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. But this past year's Grammys, dude, this Grammys is like one of the first ones I can say that I thoroughly enjoyed watching. Without, like, every performance, great. From the Justin Bieber performance to them acknowledging D'Angelo and Stone and all these other entrepreneurs. Pharrell got recognized. Bad Bunny, who is kind of like Kendrick last year when Kendrick won all those Grammys and then performed in the Super Bowl. The next week, it's kind of like how Bad Bunny doing. Got all these Grammys now. He's performing the Super Bowl next week. And both of them back to back. And maybe it's just me. Let me know if it's just me tripping. And I feel like Kendrick Lamar last year got so much backlash for being the headliner for the Super Bowl performance. Like, everybody hated it. Oh, we don't want this rap shit. We don't want this and that. And this is some bullshit. We need this and that, right? And then he wins the Grammys, and then he out there and goes out there and kills it. And in my opinion, that's a top show. A top Super Bowl show. And then now we got this year, Bad Bunny. Oh, we don't want to see Bad Bunny. Nobody wants to see this. He's not from America. And then he goes out there, wins Grammys, and now he's going to actually go ahead and I hope he has a great performance. I'm going to be tipsy enough that it don't matter what he sings. I don't understand Spanish, but I understand Bad Bunny, and I'm about to be in that motherfucker jiggy. You feel me? But all in all, it was a great Grammys last weekend. Okay, from all the performances, like I said, they had to the people winning, to the artists that won Grammys. I think Bad Bunny won like 6 Grammys. I think Kendrick Lamar won about 6 more Grammys. More Grammys he won. Shout out to Jelly Roll, man. Jelly Roll winning a Grammy, couple of Grammys too. Like, dude, Jelly Roll is one of my favorite even though I don't listen to Jelly Roll like 24/7 faithfully, but I listen to a couple of songs that he has. And he's a Titans fan. He's from Tennessee. So, of course, respect to Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll, congratulations to you, brother. Forever. Yes, people probably was a little bit butthurt, or they tried to talk shit about you because of who you are and what you believe in, what your religion is, what your faith is in. And you sat up there and did the right thing. The Lord told you to say something and you made you feel a spirit and you did that shit. And I'm proud of you, brother. Not only did you win, you did it the way you wanted to do it. All right. Congratulations to Jelly Roll. Shout out to Jelly Roll. All right. For the Grammys, I say the Grammys was a solid B-. Solid. I haven't seen the good Grammys in a while. Any other Grammys before it, really last year's Grammys, I was giving them a C- down. But now this is actually a good progression. Hopefully we can get better, and each year we progress. Okay? Now, the thing about the Grammys, which I love, one thing about the Grammys, before I move on, one thing about the Grammys that I always say is, it shows me how much of music I don't know. I love music. Okay? I listen to rock, rap, R&B, heavy metal, screamo, jazz, gospel. I listen to it all. I don't judge music. If you have something that you, especially as an artist, if you have something that you want to showcase the world, showcase that shit. Now, it's up to everybody else to actually decide to listen to it. And some people just don't want to listen to it. Me, I don't care. I want to at least give it, I want to say that I gave it a try. So I listen to a lot of shit, but it shows me anytime I watch the Grammys of how much music is out there that I really don't know. Kind of like, who is this? Who is this? So I sounds like, oh, this person sing that song, and so forth and so forth. You want to know what's so crazy? The beginning of the Grammys, when Bruno Mars was performing at what's this song? Yo, y'all want to know what's so crazy about that shit? I literally thought that song was like made up. Like I thought that song was just some bullshit I made up in my head, and I just thought I just heard it somewhere, and I just made that shit up in my head. I'm like, what? Why did I come up with this song? Next thing you know, I literally the first thing on the Grammys is what I see. I'm like, oh, that's a real song. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah. So that shit was kind of funny and crazy at the same time, if you ask me. Crazy and funny at the same time. Just like that. All right. We are in February, Black History Month. Happy Black History Month to everybody out there. Black History Month, it really should be every month, always, every day, to be honest. Always celebrate Black history. We have we already know what we're going to see, the Martin Luther Kings, the Rosa Parks, the Frederick Douglass. We're going to see all of them plastered all the way, all the time. But just for the local happy Black History Month to everybody out there, everybody of color, everybody of who is black, celebrating. Keep celebrating. And I would like to say happy Black History Month to all the black parents out there, the black fathers, the black mothers, the black grandmothers, grandfathers, aunties, uncles, everybody out there. Y'all are important, and we are the ones who help teach Black history and teach all our history, but mostly our Black history to our black children. Okay. Special shout out to all of my autistic parents out there, black or white, but especially my black autistic parents out there, but black or white, really, to be honest. Autistic parents, shout out to y'all. Y'all are doing a great job, a fantastic job. Yes, it's going to be days that are harder than others. Yes, you're going to want to cry. Yes, you are going to cry your eyes out plenty of times, maybe twice a day, maybe 3 times. It is okay. It is hard to not only take care of an autistic child, it is hard to understand an autistic child because you want to. That's your frustration. You are frustrated that you don't understand your own child, or something that you feel like should be a part of you, that is your DNA. You get so upset because that's supposed to be you. That's supposed to be like, you understand maybe in a relationship, from either a friendship or intimate relationship with somebody else, you know, the connection is over there, communication is always there, but it's going to be up to y'all to do it together. But when it's your own child, you feel like you should be already born with that level of communication because you are mine. You know, you're my child. I should be able to do that with you. And the fact that I don't understand you hurts and it pisses me off. But at the same time, you're doing a great job. Yes, I'm talking to you. As an autistic parent, you are doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing. It is not easy. It's hard, but it's not superior hard. It's not super hard. It's very difficult, but it's not super hard. It's always just calm down and believe in yourself and believe that you're not the only one, because you're not. And don't sit there and question, why me? Why me? Why not you? Why not you? I couldn't imagine my son XJ, 10 years old, nonverbal autistic. No, the shit he did. I can't imagine him being actually, I don't want to say normal, but I can't imagine him being like really normal and like actually full conversation talk. I wish it would happen. It would be cool. But I like the way he is. He shows me different ways of life, different ways of thinking, and it is what it is. Okay, so y'all autistic parents, you guys are doing fantastic. You guys are doing fine. I am proud of you guys. Very proud of you guys. Okay, now let me also ask you guys too, autistic parents. Is it weird? Are we the weird ones, or is it that everybody? Is it everybody else just out there? Are we all just autistic people? Period. Everybody, because I be tripping because I look at my son, like I said, nonverbal autistic. I look at him be on, like, it's occasion I give him my tablet or I give him my other phone. You know, if it's us kind of by ourselves, or his sister, it's me and my kids together, and his sister has my wife's tablet and she's doing some shit, I give him my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be fair. And so, but it's crazy because I sit there and analyze him all day, and I look at what he looks up, and I'm looking at what he's watching, and I'm just fascinated. Like, some of the movies that he watched, it's like in reverse. The colors are deteriorated out of it, and it's in reverse, and it's speaking in slow motion, and he's intrigued by that. He watches that. He watches movie credits, just the ending credits. The ending credits. Just strolling up and down the ending credits. He watches this. It's another one that he has to where he watches, it's like 50 or 100 movies playing in fast motion all at once. So when it plays, it sounds like, it's 1,000. I'm like, oh my God, that shit is overstimulating me. I'm getting anxiety. What the fuck is this you watching? My thing is, and this is my question, is it more crazy that they know how to look this up and they do look this up and they're intrigued by it? Or is it more intriguing of the people who posts this shit? Because I look at it and it's like, why? What made you think of this to post this? And not only this, my son is just one person who watches this and has entertainment from it, but it's 500,000 other viewers who think the same thing as my one son. Are we all on this goddamn spectrum? What the hell is going on? And one day, I'm not gonna lie, Secret Life of Pets is his shit, right? Secret Life of Pets is my son's shit. He can watch that all day. Now, like I said, when he's on YouTube, he finds crazy ass, the colors are all fucked up. It's only in black and white. It's in reverse. It's in Spanish. It's in slow motion. It don't matter what it is. So it's actually one he got to where it's a black. It's really the cartoon. It is straight black and it got yellow like just outlines on it, like wiggly lines, like an earthquake reading, right? And then it's going in reverse and it's in like deep, not slow motion, but it's going in reverse, and then it's just like the voices are deeper. He's watching that and enjoying that. One day I walked in, he was on my PlayStation watching that. Not gonna lie, I was already a couple of beers in and I smoked maybe one or two, so I was already feeling good. And when I walked in on him, I felt like I walked in on my son having sex. I was like, oh, like I looked at that, I got scared. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I closed the door like, yo, what the fuck are we watching in here? And I like, everybody came and watched, like, what is this? Like, I don't know. And he's fascinated. He was jumping up and down. He was having a good time watching that shit. I'm like, I'm over here scared. Like, hey, what the fuck? But yeah, man, let me know. Do you think it's like crazy that he can look up this stuff and be intrigued by it, or the people who makes these videos and posted them and like says somebody needs to see them because I think this is cool, and people look them up? Shit's crazy out here, man. But all in all, Like I said, shout out to all of my autistic parents out there. You guys are doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. Okay. So we have video games, of course. And video games over the course of years turn smaller things like Game Boy Advances to the PSP. Everybody remember PSP? PSP was GOAT, in my opinion. First handheld that you can say that was GOAT. That was the first GOAT handheld. Now, Game Boys, I get it. Game Boy SP, regular Game Boy, Game Boy Colorways, all of that. I get those are the really your GOATed handhelds, but that's really just your innovators. Game Boys and all, those are your innovators. PSP, GOAT handheld, in my opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that. Is PSP the GOAT handheld console? Because we know we got the Switches and the Switch Lights now, but we had the Game Boy SPs and the Game Boys period back in the days. We have the Nintendo Switch, or not the Switch, Nintendo DS. Sorry, Nintendo DSs. Right. GOAT handheld is PSP, in my opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. But on top of it, get smaller into that, and then now we transferring to mobile. Right? Call of Duty Mobile. There's a Call of Duty Mobile. There's a 2K Mobile. There's a Madden Mobile. I played all of them. Even your regular computer games, or irregular phone games, Doodle Jump, Fruit Ninja, Temple Run. Everybody has those, right? Now, this is what I think. We had a good uproar with Call of Duty Mobile when they came out with that through the roof, right? Everybody was on that. It's still people that I talk to now that still play Call of Duty Mobile. Pokemon Go. Oh my God. Well, I was working at Pizza Hut at the time Pokemon Go had first came out, and we had prizes for if you found this many Pokemons, you get a free pizza, a free drink, a free something, free wings. Dude, Pokemon Go was on fire. Okay, Pokemon Go was a good one. Okay, all your other games like Fun Run. I love Fun Run. I still play Fun Run to this day. Right? And all that. Now, it's time for another mobile game that's going to break the internet. And you know what I think is going to break the internet? Besides the recent ones of like maybe Monopoly Go or some shit. Monopoly Go not broke the internet, but it was, everybody was tuned in, right? But the one I think that's going to break the internet for sure, if we was to make it a mobile game, Mario Kart. We need a Mario Kart mobile. Now, I get it. We got the Nintendo Switches, Nintendo Switches Lights. We got the DSs, and we got the game. We got other handhelds for them. But imagine we can do Mario Kart on our phone. Mario Kart mobile. Pull up with 5 to 8 friends, or you at work. You tell like, hey, I'll run it. Hey, we on break right now. Run it up in Mario Kart mobile. Come on, taking money. Imagine just homies chilling together. Hey. Who trying to run it up in Mario Kart Mobile? Got 20 on it. Bam. I'm pretty sure it's easy to make. Mario Kart Mobile will probably, that shit would sell. I feel like it would sell. I don't know. What you guys think? Would you guys play Mario Kart Mobile on your phone? If they was able to download the app for Mario Kart on your phone, and you're able to play it on your phone with friends, 5 to 8 friends, maybe even 2 to 8 friends, whatever you want, and then play online. Like, if you with friends, you can have many friends you want. You can take up the list. Or if you want to play with friends, like it's just 2 of y'all, you load up with other players that are around the world and you go. Dude, it will be lit. Kind of like Front Run, but with Mario Kart. I would be all into it. Nintendo or whoever the hell owns Mario, Super Smash Bros., whatever it is, we need the Mario Kart mobile. Today. Okay. I need that today. I was actually, you know what? I've been driving since I was 12 years old. I've been knowing how to drive since I was 12 years old. Shout out to my grandma. My grandma started teaching me how to drive when I was 7. I fully knew how to drive when I was 12, 13. All right, I had to wait till I was 15 to get my permit, and then 16 to get my license. But driving all around, I've been kind of really doing it since like 13. But actually legally driving all around, I've been doing it since 16. So, I mean, trips. I'm taking trips by myself, 10 plus hours trips, 17, 18, 19 years old, you know what I'm saying, doing all that. I love to drive too. Not since I moved to Texas. Fuck driving in Texas. Driving in Texas sucks. Oh my God, I love to drive when I'm from Tennessee. So driving from Dyersburg to or even Jackson or Dyersburg, driving to St. Louis, perfect. I'm cool with that. Even when I was driving from Tennessee to Kansas, from college to home, dude, that was 10 hours. That was a cool 10 hours. I was chilling on that. And I didn't mind driving. Soon as I moved to this motherfucker in Texas, hell no. Fuck driving. I hate driving. It makes no sense that I'm in a nice little city and I looking like, oh, Austin's not that far away. Why the fuck does it take me 40 minutes to not only get out of my fucking little ass city to get into where I want to go in Austin, or even the next little city of like Pflugerville, Round Rock, or Elgin, these other cities over here? I'm like, yo, what the? Why is it taking me so long to get out of fucking this city to go to these cities? I don't like this. I don't like it. I hate driving in Texas. Hate it. I hate it. But ever since I've been driving, I've just been driving though. So one thing I've always seen are cool bumper stickers. Like, mostly you ones that are annoying, but new driver, please be patient. I hate those type of stickers. I hate those new driver stickers. If you're a new driver, don't let me know, because then I feel bad for about to get mad at you, but I'm going to get mad at you. And you can't use that excuse. You probably got that sticker maybe as soon as you got the car 7 years ago, and you just never took it off. I hate those stickers. I hate all the types of stickers. New driver, please be patient. Be patient, new driver. New driver, please be nice. Fuck, get your ass off the road. Go in the high school parking lot if you're going to be a new driver. Shit, I ain't got time for that. Okay, the only stickers that I really respect, even the baby on board stickers, I can't stand them. Man, I understand you trying to let us alert that you got a baby on board, but even then, baby or not, don't you be driving reckless and talking about some baby on board. That's what really pissed me off. The one that says baby on board and they still be switching lanes, driving reckless. What the fucking point is you telling me you got a baby on board when you fucking shaking that motherfucker in your own car? Jesus. Right? The only ones I respect is equivalent to the baby on board, but I like it cooler. Baby in this bitch. That's the only sticker that I love. And I love watching I love seeing it anytime I'm on the road. Baby in this bitch. Yes. I respect you. Respect that, baby. But the other bumper stickers on cars is just crazy and nasty. And super nasty and disgusting. Okay. All right. Everybody knows we're in the year 2026. That means the Winter Olympics is coming up. All right. Oh, oops. Sorry. We're getting ready for the Winter Olympics. Winter Olympics is going to be, I think it's in Canada. No, don't get me started. I'm not even about to fuck that up. I gotta check it out. But it's getting started. It's about to get started. Okay. Now, this is going to be crazy. I don't know if I'm going to get canceled for this, but guess what, man? I haven't really got that many views a lot. I appreciate all the views that all of my fans, my true fans, are giving me. But we might get canceled after this episode. I don't know. But this is what I've got to say about this. I had an idea about the Olympics. It started out as a joke. Shout out to my homie Adrian. It started out as a joke because how we got to this joke was, really, ironically, it was a comedian. He was listening to a video, and this comedian was talking, and he was making jokes and this and that. I was laughing, but as I'm laughing at the jokes, I started thinking like, dude, I can see how that can be offensive. I can see how that can be offensive. I can see how that, like, you know what I'm saying? And I got mad a little bit, and I started telling like, man, see, this is I feel like comedy is going to die out within 10 years. And Adrian was like, what do you mean? I was like, dude, people can't take jokes anymore. I said, people are too sensitive. People don't want to take jokes. And when you tell a good joke, somebody's going to be offended by it, or somebody's not going to like it. And they feel like their opinion needs to be important and heard, and so they're going to say it. And then you just get annoyed with it, and you don't want to do it anymore. I was like, that's like literally a dude in a wheelchair going to a comedy show, and the dude is making fun of people in wheelchairs. Like, this dude he get paid to make people laugh, even at the most fucked up situations. You gotta laugh, and this and that, right? And then I said, and after that, I was like, that's like also a dude in a wheelchair going to a football game and getting mad that these guys are running all over the place. I'm pissed off and letting he leave. I'm like, So what the fuck you gonna do? Like watch some wheelchair football, this and that? And that's where the idea sparked. And I was like, what? Like motherfuckers in wheelchairs playing football? I was like, imagine that. And then I was like, hold on, really imagine some wheelchair football, right? How I would do it. All right, 8 men, 8 on 8, flag football style. The flags are going to be on the wheels. Okay, I say maybe for like you got to have the big wheel wheelchairs, but you got to have an electric thing on it. That way you can do for the quarterback. He can do one hand electric and the other one he's looking for the scratch. Right? Hold on, just hold on with me. Right? And imagine, bro, like wheelchair football. You got a cover corner and a receiver going out for a route, and then you got to throw the ball. Right, and the flags are on the wheels, so the wheels are only 2 flags on the wheels, so the wheels are spinning. You're trying to get the flag, but you can't just get it right away. You gotta time it right. Imagine the quarterback just slinging that motherfucker. Wheelchair Mahomes, come on, man. Wheelchair Mahomes will go nasty. What if there's a quarterback out there that acts like Lamar Jackson, just able to swerve around in his wheelchair and get away from everybody? First of all, motherfucker, you cheating. How your wheelchair faster than everybody's out here? That ain't make no sense. Somebody lying, somebody cheating. Right? Dude, wheelchair football for the Paralympics Olympics, I'm all for it. We gotta see that. We gotta see that happen, man. Wheelchair football, I will watch the fuck out of it. Now I'll get it. It will be only flag because how you gonna tackle in a wheelchair? But it would be fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely would sit there and with my popcorn watching wheelchair football. Maybe it exists. I'm pretty sure I've learned this in my 30 years of living that if you can think about it existing, it exists somewhere. You just gotta go find it. It exists. But if this doesn't exist, this needs to exist. Is this childish? Probably. I don't know. It probably is. All right, get ready, everybody. In April, is it March? Yeah, I think it's April. We actually are going to have a new movie coming. The Michael Jackson movie called Michael. It's the biopic of Michael Jackson's life. We all knew about the Jacksons, the American Dream, the first movie that came out in like the 90s, about the Jackson 5, right? But this is just strictly about Michael. Now it's going to go up and it's going to talk about his upbringing with his brothers in the Jackson 5 and, his life throughout Fame, Hollywood, the Thriller album, the Bad Out. Like it's going to talk about all of that. His nephew is actually playing him in the movie, and that's phenomenal in my opinion. That's great. This movie is going to be fantastic in my opinion. And the same people that made this movie are the same people who made the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, the movie about the rock group Queen. Okay, so that movie Bohemian Rhapsody was fantastic in my opinion. So I can't wait to see how they do with the Michael movie. And I hope it's low-key no holds barred. Okay, we know the upkeeping for Michael Jackson was not good as far as coming up. And we know the trials and tribulations he had to go through, and we know the stuff that was probably being said and done. Please don't try to make this PG because we don't want to make it seem like, oh, Michael Jackson was just always a good person, never got in trouble, this and that. No, stuff happens, and we need to see the dark side. I want to see, are they going to actually show maybe a little bit of some dark side? I don't know, but it's going to be kind of cool and interesting to see in my opinion. But shout out to all the people and all the characters, all the actors and actresses, all the producers, everybody associated with that movie. I can't wait to watch this movie. I'm hoping something blows off of my podcast. Let me be in that premiere. Probably not, but only a brother can only dream. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. But shout out to the movie Michael, and I can't wait to go watch that movie. Oh, my mama. Okay. All right. A lot of shit has been happening in the NFL from crazy head scratching coach hiring Kevin Stefanski to Atlanta. Never would have thought that. How you gonna sit here and as Atlanta, Okay, I talked about this on my podcast about some weeks ago, and I had people argue me about this. I was like, why did you fire Raheem Morris, and what you going to do when the next coach only wins you a couple of games next year? You going to fire that coach? You're not going to get anywhere firing the coach. And people argue, well, the owner said he wants to win the Super Bowl before he dies, so you got to do that, and the coach is just not doing that. Okay, cool. All right, I see your argument, but you fire Raheem Morris to hire Kevin Stefanski? Kevin Stefanski. Dude, Kevin Stefanski, did you not see the shit show? Now, only his last season was the shit show in Cleveland. I give you that. Maybe the last two, but for sure this last year was a shit show in Cleveland. I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. I'm the one that's going to always be honest with you and break the ice. I don't care who you for, what you talking about, what race you are, what side you on, left, right. I don't give a fuck about all that. I am a black man in America. I know how to be a black man in America. I know how it is for black men in America. So guess what? I applaud Shedeur, and I go for Shedeur, and I cheer for Shedeur. Okay? I get it. He's not the best quarterback I've ever seen. He's not the best quarterback on the Browns. He's not the best quarterback in the league. We get all of that. Dude, I'm applauding him. So let me applaud him. I loved it. I've been following Shedeur. And I love Shedeur. For a long time, I've been following. And so I'm happy for whatever he gets. But you saw what Kevin Stefanski done to Shedeur in Cleveland. Well, what he wasn't doing was playing him right. Using him right. And then it's like everybody tried to sabotage, but Kevin Stefanski was all really sabotaging. And then on top of that, it's just the way that he didn't respond well to other players on that team. And then you put this man on damn near what Cam Newton say, the HBCU of the NFL in Atlanta, the Falcons, with Michael Penix, another black quarterback. What's going to happen in Atlanta? I don't think Raheem Morris got cheated out of really a job. He did. His last games he played well. They had a great record. If they would have won one more game when they should have, we're talking about them being in the playoffs. The playoffs. Even without Michael Penix later in the year. They fired this man and bring in Kevin Stefanski, who we just saw Kevin Stefanski even take away the Shedeur scandal with it. I ain't even talking about that. Look at the fucking record he just posted up. Look at the past 2 years, what he's done in Cleveland. Nothing. And you mean to tell me this guy is the man that's better than Raheem Morris for your job? All right. I ain't trying to hear that shit. It is what it is, okay? That one's always going to be a head scratcher. Another head scratcher, I think it is, but it's not too much of a head scratcher, is Mike McCarthy going to Pittsburgh. So the story is, we know the story is Mike Tomlin stepped down, right? He stepped down as the coach of Pittsburgh. You could say that. I think they mutually parted ways, meaning they probably low-key fired, say either we going to fire you publicly or you can just go ahead and step down. And he just went ahead and stepped down. But you mean to tell me you got rid of a coach like Mike Tomlin and brought in a coach like Mike McCarthy? Mike McCarthy is a great coach. I would have been, as a Titans fan, I would have been happy hiring Mike McCarthy. He's a great coach, and he's proven himself. Super Bowl winner. He had 12. He has 3 or 4 straight 12-win seasons with the Cowboys. Hard to do. I know they didn't win much in the playoffs, but to have 4 seasons of 12 wins straight, make Dak look like he's the MVP, make that defense look like they was the MVP defense with Michael Parsons. Dude, he did the damn thing. Right? He's a great coach, but it's just, you have certain standards for certain people in certain organizations. And I think Mike McCarthy doesn't fit Pittsburgh. He doesn't strike me as that guy who leads men. He just knows how to coach. He knows how to coach his coaches, and he knows how to motivate for them to get the win. But actually having the hard nose you have to have as a head coach and as have to have the shoulders for it, I don't see it. Bill Cowherd, I was scared of him. Mike Tomlin, I would be scared of him. Mike McCarthy, I'm going to listen to you. I'm just not scared of you. And that's just, that. It's hard. It's sad to say it like that, but that's just the way I look at it. I'm not big on that at all. All right. Now, other hires, of course, we got, Titans. We hired Robert Saleh. I'm happy about the Robert Saleh hire. Now, Now because I said this, look, this is I was on camera on this podcast and on shout out to Burgess and Son podcast. I was on both podcasts talking about how Brian Daboll was not a good head coach, and he wasn't. And the way that he handled the Russell Wilson, Jackson Dart situations, and the way he just basically rolled off Russell Wilson along with trying to uplift Jackson Dart, but the way he fucking just, I felt like shit on Russell Wilson, it rubbed me the wrong way. I've said some shit that, you know, I still meant to this day, and I mean it. I just gotta be a true man about it. Brian Daboll, you can not forgive me. I know you don't know who I am. Good for me. I don't care. I know you definitely don't give a fuck. You don't know who I am, and I know who you are. I just don't know you personally. I don't know you in person. The shit I said what I said. You can go look it up yourself if you want to. Have your team look it up. I don't care. What was said was what was said. But now that you are hired as the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans, I would like to take this opportunity to say, not that I'm sorry, but I'm squashing whatever beef that I have with you. Whatever I said beforehand, yes, I still mean it, but that shit is dead and silent. I ain't talking no more shit as long as you are the offensive coordinator or whatever coach or whatever you are with our organization. As long as you're a part of our organization, man, all that shit is squashed and dead with me, in my opinion. Now, like I said, what I said is what I said, and I mean it. I still mean it, but at the same time, if we're gonna be on the same team, we gotta be level-headed and focused. So that's to you, Brian Daboll. And for people who say, "Oh, you can't be like that," it's people that play on NFL teams, NBA teams, any other teams that it's players that don't like each other. Sometimes the best players don't even like each other. But if you want the win, the ultimate goal is to win that title. If you want to win, you got to squash that. You can't be bitter, man, forever. You can't be bitter. And so I choose to not be bitter. So, just saying. Welcome to Tennessee, Brian Daboll. I am happy that you are kind of the one that is going to help probably excel Cam Ward. This is going to be a true test and see, can you actually do this? Because I feel like you have done a great job with Josh Allen. I feel like you was doing a great job with Jackson Dart until they fired you. Now, I won't lie. I was one of the ones calling for your head. I'm not even a Giants fan. I was calling for your head to be fired in New York. But it's crazy. As soon as you got fired in New York, Jackson Dart numbers started pummeling. Like, damn, what happened? I guess Brian Daboll was really that important to you. Very important. Okay. So, quarterback, we got in Cam Ward. We got Brian Daboll. We got Robert Saleh. We are killing it with the other hires that we're doing. I am excited for next season. I'm just not going to get ahead of myself, but I am excited for next season. I can't wait for next season to happen. I can't wait to see what we do next season and how it rolls. Now, I will say, like I said earlier, squashing the beef and all that. I just hope that we come in together as one whole and actually be something. I see a bright future. We have $100 million in cap space. We have the number 4 pick in the draft. I personally want to pick Caleb Downs, but I get why me saying Caleb Downs it's not frowned upon, but it's like, why? Why would you want Caleb Downs? I get it that receiver from Ohio State, great receiver, but dude, there's plenty of receivers out there. Some of your top receivers come in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Right now, you got your ones that are one in the millions. Justin Jefferson, from Justin Jefferson to Jamar Chase, Marvin Harrison Jr. is starting to come into his own, but we're gonna see. We still need some time for that. Jackson Smith and Jigma, right? These are guys that are drafted in the first rounds. And yes, it's good to be drafted, but you find your diamond in the roughs kind of in the 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. So we don't need that star receiver in the first round. That's why I say go with Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs is the best defensive player in college. From defensive end to safety, it don't matter what position on the field. He is the best defensive player all around. That's the prospect that's coming out of college. The dude knows how to read a defense. The dude knows how to cover. The dude knows how to be a leader out there on defense. You need that on your backside with Jeffrey Simmons. We haven't had leadership in our backside since Kevin Byard left, or since we traded Kevin Byard. We have not at all had that same leadership in the backfield that we need to. in the secondary. And I think Caleb Downs comes in as a young rookie, comes in and help sets and establish that role. And especially in a Robert Saleh defense, I think he excels. And I think Jeffrey Simmons is going to excel and be better. And I think you bring Caleb Downs into this defense. Woo, no telling what we can do. And then with the $100 million in cap space, you could just go build around that. And we got Devondre Sweat. Dude, I think we have the chance of being great. Now think about the talent he can get. Think about how San Francisco kind of wants to go younger and needs to go younger and probably wants to get rid of some of that money on their cap to go younger. So we're talking about George Kittle possibly. We're talking about Fred Warner. Yes, injury-prone players right now, injured players, right now. But if we get Fred Warner to be on our defense, oh my God. With Caleb Downs, Fred Warner, Jeffrey Simmons, Devondre Sweat, and then all the ones we fit in around. Come on, man. And with Robert Saleh, come on. That's just my opinion. I hope we get Caleb Downs, but I know we're probably not. But I'm praying for it. Let me know in the comment section with Titan fans what you guys think. Okay. Now, what's going on? What is going on with you, NFL? What's going on with you, Hall of Fame? Hall of Fame is a joke. As of really recently, Hall of Fames are a joke. Every Hall of Fame. Every single Hall of Fame. Bill Bellicheck was not a first ballot Hall of Fame. What a joke. Robert Kraft did not get the votes in to be in the Hall of Fame this year. What a joke. I think I know what they're doing. And if this is what they're doing, this was stupid to do this. In my opinion, I think they're waiting for Tom Brady to be eligible so they can all put them in at the same time. That's stupid. If that's what they're trying to do, that's stupid to do that because Bill Belichick deserves first ballot Hall of Fame. And since he's not a first ballot Hall of Fame coach, no other coach ever better get first ballot Hall of Fame. I love Mike Tomlin. Nope. John Harbaugh. Nope. Most recent, I think Andy Reid's about to get ready to be done here within the next 5 to 10 years. First ballot? Nope. Bill Belichick didn't get first ballot, so why should the other coaches get first ballot? That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. And I don't think it's going to happen like that. I think it's going to happen like the way I said, if like they're waiting for Tom Brady to be eligible so they can put them all at the same time, which is stupid. Why would you do that? Why? It made yourselves look like a jackass. Now at this rate, do Hall of Fame matter? That's the next question is going to be asked all the time. Does Hall of Fame even matter? Look at the ones that didn't get in first ballot and this and that. Stupid. It's dumb and it's stupid and I hate it. But that's the way love goes. All right, and the NBA trade deadline is coming up. Okay, so it's been a lot, and then when I say a lot, it's been a lot of trades. Okay, James Harden going to the Cavs, Darius Garland going to the Clippers, Anthony Davis going to Washington, right? Joining Trae Young, I think D'Angelo Russell is going to be going to Washington as well. Dude, Kuminga and Buddy Hield going to Atlanta. Kristaps Porzingis, I love Porzingis, and I was happy when we had him in Boston for our title run. But the way he's been playing now and been sick and hurt, I don't know if that's a good one. Dude, Zubac. I think the Clippers are starting over because Zubac is a great big man, and you put him on the Pacers. Miles Turner is about to be sick. Now, I don't think Giannis is going anywhere, but he's still going to be sick. If Giannis was going to go anywhere, he was going to be sick. But anyway, Pacers getting Zubac is going to set them up for next year. When Tyrese Halliburton get back and everybody gets healthy, Zubac, he's not a better shooter and he's not a better scorer than Miles Turner, but better defensively, a better anchor. It can get you some nice bucket. And occasionally, dude, I'll look up on a random Wednesday, random Thursday, and I look at the stats for the Clippers. I see Zubac had 25 and 15. God damn. You'll look up and see that random from Zubac. Zubac to the Pacers was a nice ass move, okay? For my Celtics traded for Nikola Vucevic. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm sorry. Because Anthony Simon, I was the one, People told me I was tripping. I was like, I don't know about Anthony Simon. I don't think he's I don't know if he's going to be a good fit. He was balling for us too, and I still was like, I just don't know because we don't have Jason Tatum. I want to see how Jason Tatum come back and they all play together. Oh, you don't know this and that. Now he's traded. Now I will never see that. I don't know, but Vujovic, god damn. Nikola Vujovic, he's going to bring us stability for the big man. He's still a good player. You just got to put him in the right system. The Bulls is not the right system for anybody. They need to rebuild and start from scratch for sure. Okay. Rob Dillingham going to the Bulls is probably the best thing for Rob Dillingham. The Timberwolves, which is a good organization, they just was not using them right. Now, it could be one or two things. Maybe what we thought of Rob Dillingham and how good we saw he was, especially in college going to the pros, we thought he was going to be special. Maybe he's not showing that, or maybe he's not living up to the expectation in practice. They see him every day. We don't. So maybe he's not living up to that expectation. So we don't know. I don't know. Right. Kobe White going to the Charlotte Hornets was not on my bingo card. But I think that's a perfect fit for Kobe White. Like I said, I think the Bulls are just not a fit for anybody. I think Kobe White was just too good for the Bulls. And I think going to the Hornets, now the Hornets are not good at all as well, but he gets to showcase more of his shit, you know what I'm saying? Jose Alvarado going to the Knicks is huge. Huge. Very huge. Okay. And then like couple more trades that they had throughout the day, throughout the time. Luke Kennard actually going to the Lakers is good. Gabe Vincent got the fuck up out of there. Crazy work, right? So all in all, also a crazy one that I'm thinking about while I'm on the subject. Jaren Jackson Jr. going to the Utah Jazz. That was a crazy one. I think Memphis is done. I said it a week or two ago, few weeks ago, that I think Ja and Memphis, that's over with. I think that's done. I think the Memphis are going back to a complete rebuild mode, which is crazy to think that they did this in 2018, 2019 when they drafted Ja and all this. Like, it's crazy how fast that shit turn around, right? Grizzlies fucked themselves, and I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Grizzlies fucked themselves by starting this domino effect by trading Dylan Brooks. And then you got rid of Taylor Jenkins, and now Desmond Bane, and now Jaren Jackson Jr. You don't care no more. Ja is next. Send Ja right now. Do not let Ja sit there and be miserable on the Grizzlies, and he has nobody there with him. Please get him out of Memphis. Get him on the Heat. Get him on the really, Heat is the only one I think that would be a good fit for him right now. Or get him on Milwaukee. Get him on with the Lakers. Or get him somewhere that's not in Memphis. Get him out of Memphis. That's my thing. Get him out of Memphis. But then there's a lot more trades that's still going on. I can't wait to see what happens for the rest of the time being. Okay. All right. It is time. It is Super Bowl Sunday, baby. Super Bowl Sunday. Get ready to crown a champion by the end of the night. Okay, we're going to have a good Super Bowl. Everybody know how it's going to be. You got the national anthem. You got everything going on. Everybody going to be singing. Everybody going to be dancing. Everybody going to be ready. All right, kickoff comes. You got the coin toss first. Can't wait to see what the coin going to be. Then we got the kickoff. And then once the kickoff happen, you got the halftime show. And then after the halftime show by Bad Bunny, then we're going to see who wins the rest of this game. Can't wait to see what happens, okay? Now, for that Super Bowl Sunday. We got the Seattle Seahawks are going to be in San Francisco with the New England Patriots. Neutral site game in San Francisco. Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots for the Super Bowl of 2025-2026 season. Okay, game is going to start at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's going to be 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Okay, Sunday, February 8th. Can't wait to see this game. I hope that it's not a blowout. I hope it's a good game, competitive game. I think everybody is putting all their eggs in the basket of the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks look nasty versus the 49ers in the playoffs. They look like they was on a mission. Versus the Rams, they were on the mission. And on top of that, the disrespect towards the New England Patriots, y'all ought to be ashamed of y'all fucking selves. The disrespect is nasty. It's very nasty. Oh, he got lucky or he going against the Chargers. At the first, before the Chargers game, well, the Chargers look good, this and that. Oh, well, he only played Chargers and Justin Herbert. It ain't like that. Oh, the Texans got a great defense. They going to give them problems. Oh, well, CJ really ain't that good of a quarterback. And, he did this. Playing the Broncos. We knew it was no Bo Nix. Oh, they got lucky, ain't no Bo Nix. Halfway through the game at halftime. Oh, it looked like the Broncos can sneak it out. They will sneak it out. Patriots win. Oh, well, it's the Broncos and the snow coming down affected the game. They had no Bo Nix. Man, get the fuck out of my face. Then on top of it, y'all sit here and say, oh, they had an easy schedule coming into this. Dude, you know who else have the same easy schedule at one point? Josh Allen. And the Bills. First of all, the Bills play in the same division. The same exact division as Patriots. Now, I get it. The Patriots are playing weaker team because they was fourth in their division last year. And they play, when you're fourth in your division, you play all weak teams for the next year. But some of those weak teams become strong teams. Some of those weak teams get your number. And on top of that, they both played each team in their division twice. That means the Buffalo Bills played the Patriots twice and damn near lost both games. The Patriots have played in the same division in the Bills, and y'all don't complain about the Bills having whatever. So I'm not complaining. I think the Patriots are a team to be reckoned with. And because I like to say a big fuck you to this team that's on top of my chest right here, because A.J. Brown won it last year. Mike Vrabel, I'm pulling for you this year to win it with the Patriots. And then I hope that the Ravens can go to the Super Bowl next year, and this man wins it to make a big fuck you to the Titans. I got the New England Patriots going into San Francisco for Super Bowl 60 to beat the Seattle Seahawks. I got Patriots actually winning that game. Final score, I'm going to call it, is going to be a good high-scoring game, I think. But it's going to be high-scoring, but it's not going to be that high-scoring. All right, and I got this final score being 31-28. Patriots will win 31-28. Okay, if you guys are going to be going to a Super Bowl party, if you guys are going to be going to a bar, if you guys are going to be going anywhere, please be careful. Please don't drink and drive. If you're going to be drinking, get a designated drive. If you're going to be drinking, call an Uber. Do something, okay? Call your folks. Tell them to come pick you up, okay? Don't be stupid out there, especially on Super Bowl Sunday. People going to be out there lurking, trying to get your ass locked the fuck up, okay? So be smart. Don't be stupid. Please be smart and don't be stupid. All right. Thank you guys for joining me on another episode of Talk 100 Podcast. Y'all already know who I am. I'm Zay for Life, and Zay for Life is out.